21st century England. In a time of great despair, the British government ordered MI5 to secretly film and gather evidence on a group of guys freely discussing highly classified and sensitive information. Codenamed Cut the Chat, these tapes were found on the seat of the Victoria line, and from what we can make out, these tapes feature Barber to the Stars and self-proclaimed superstar Damon, movie star, lawyer, and JC's 13th disciple, Femi, DJ extraordinaire, knocked out a bear, WWE wrestler Ace, and Richard Pryor and Dave Chappelle's love child, comedian Little Man. Be warned. These tapes are the properties of the United Kingdom government. Unauthorized viewings of these tapes will be considered as high treason and a minimum penalty of 5 years imprisonment.
Right, welcome to another edition of Cut the Chat. Our special guest, Natty, in the house.
What's going on?
What's going on, D?
Right.
I'm good.
What's going on, people?
Some people are addicted to Twitter and it's become a very prominent aspect of people's lives. Like, right now, if people's phones were allowed to be on, he would have tweeted at least 10 times since we started this conversation. Damon, you the same.
No, but listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. People have this misconception about me that I live on Twitter. You see, like I'm on the train a lot. I travel around a lot. So you see, if I'm on the train, I'm tweeting about everything that's going on the train.
I don't even read Twitter, you know. I don't read people's tweets.
Yes, thank you.
I don't even read people's tweets.
Yeah.
I really don't. Sometimes I struggle to write a tweet. I write it and I delete it. I think, no, that's an idiot. You know what I mean? I'll do it because I feel like I have to keep up because everyone's doing it. You know, like it's just something now that if you're an artist or you're doing something, you feel like you've got to be constant. You got to keep up in it. But I can't do it. I really can't. And
No,
like, when you read back your
like
tweets, sometimes I think, why did I tweet?
Yeah,
that?
somebody like you. You see me, like
I don't want to be funny all the time.
It's not about being funny for me. I see so many things during the day. Plus, with my work, you understand. Like for you, you might be like, oh yeah, I'm just in a studio with blah blah today. You understand? Just dropping down 2 lyrics or whatever else. So it's relevant. It's not like, oh, I woke up and I fell down the stairs. But I know there are people on Twitter that I've looked at and I thought, you need to get unfollowed because you're just wasting time. There's nothing funny, educational, nothing about what you're writing about.
So, but the things that you tweet about the girl arguing with the man is educational.
It's not educational.
It's funny.
It's not educational, but
somebody tweets are silly, you know.
Listen to what I'm saying.
What are your tweets?
I'm not going to say they're not.
You tweet about 100 times a day.
80,000 tweets.
How much?
80,000.
80,000.
Yes,
80.
Problem, isn't it?
In a relationship. What's your missus say about that?
No. She's on Twitter as well.
She's on Twitter as well, isn't it? But she ain't about to me, she's got that. I don't know.
But does she go into like?
No.
No.
How long have you been on Twitter for?
I've been on Twitter for 2 years and it's not that bad.
So
80,000.
365 days in a year.
Yeah.
You know, let me tell you something, yeah?
So now, let's just call that 800 days in 2 years.
My job,
800
my
days.
job is to research Twitter. Obviously, I'm going to be tweeting like...
So what, you work in social media?
No, like research.
What do you mean, research Twitter?
You know what I mean? They're trying to get a Twitter to campaign roll in. I've got to research like different organisations, how they do their things, and build a campaign for them, innit? You know what I mean? So I just tweet away like.
How long has that been your job for then?
Since July, something like that.
So prior to that, what were you doing?
80,000
random, listen. Whatever comes to my mind, I tweet it.
No, but I've been with you, and then like we're all just jamming, and then next thing, like the next few hours later, I'm on my way home. I've checked my Twitter, and I've seen that this guy has detailed lots of random things that have just happened. I think if you're really busy, you've got no time to tweet.
Yeah. Do you tweet? Do you actually tweet?
I'm supposed to say yes.
You're supposed to tell for a record.
I do sometimes, but you know, like if I spend my time documenting stuff, I'm not in it, and so it's like in it. Like I know enough man who are artists and they'll do what you're saying, which is stuff like, okay, cool, I'm in the studio now. Blah, blah, blah. When I'm in the studio, you won't catch me looking at no one doing red-tat. I'm listening to everything from the hi-hat, from the red-tat. And then when I'm on the bus home, I'm watching people. God, I just like to do that type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And it's like, I think it's just different ways. There are them artists, writers who can do that and who observe society and stuff and monitor when it goes through and stuff. But I just process it differently. So I don't really tweet that much. And if I do tweet, it's more like, yeah, we got a show coming up.
Check it out. With the Twitter thing, so a lot of artists, a lot of the marketing strategy.
It's powerful, you know. I don't know how powerful that thing is, but it's so powerful, man.
Marketing that's done for films, like for the type of films that I'm in, is social media. So your Facebook or your Twitter, all of it, and that's cheap for them because, like, obviously, imagine you're a big production company, you've got lots of money. Like, you could either like put articles in the Metro that no people might not read, young people might not read, or you could just send a tweet every few hours and do competitions on Twitter, do competitions on Facebook, all of that, and before you know it, like, it's blown up. Like, you know, for instance, like, I think Another Hood, last time I checked, had like 50,000 followers on Facebook, like 50,000 fans. And that's just social media, and then you get the Twitter fans that's got like another 50,000. That's a film that didn't exist in the public consciousness till, like, you know, a few months ago, do you know what I mean? How did you recognise that, you know, what you were making was potential? Because everyone wants their music to, you know, to have that mainstream appeal, but...
I guess it was like, I didn't really know until people told me, I guess, if I'm being honest. What I would say is that I started playing my... Basically everyone who I played my music while I was doing to was like, "Wow, are you that?" And that's kind of how it really was. And then I used to work in a recording studio, and I kind of got bored of it. I know you're like, what? But you get to work with all these different... But it got a bit much, because I ended up, I recorded this famous band, and then I had all these bands who just come in and trying to sound. It wasn't really me. I just wanted to make my music, and then one thing led to another. I started playing people my music. Like, yeah, you gotta follow it up. Then I play show. I turn up to these open mic places where you get to play 1 or 2 songs with your guitar, and then you go. And you know when you turn up and everyone's just like, wow, what just happened? That just kept happening. So everywhere I went, people were like, I got a show, do you want to play here? And then just things escalated.
So you're signed, right?
Yeah.
So when you got signed, did you have to, was there any compromise you had to make? No. So you just went out. Did you draw up your own contract?
Not consciously.
No?
Not consciously.
But if they said to you, well, we want this, would you compromise if you thought, it's not really me, but I know I could do it? Or would you stick to what you've done from?
Depends what it is.
Like, if maybe you wanted to work with some sort of artist that maybe weren't your sound, but you knew you could try a thing with it. Like, that
No,
wasn't
I've said no to that many
you said,
times.
yeah?
Yeah. No, I had full creative control when I sang. Yeah.
And do you still maintain that?
Yeah, but it's always to a degree when you're signed to a major label.
Mm.
Because at the end of the day, they can say to you, well, you know what, we don't really want to put this song out. We all feel like you need to go with this song, even though you have creative control. So at that point, you're like, do I fight my corner and just say, no, it's this one? Or do I work with them and maybe hope to get the one after? It's never one of them things where it's like, you know, I've had silly things like, will you trim your hair or will you do this and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no. And
They've asked you to cut your hair?
yeah, well, cut my beard, I think the woman said to me. And obviously she don't know much about rice things or nothing. So I'm like, no, who you talking to? And then that was that. And then they was like, oh, we can't maybe push it. Other artists, maybe they can. Yeah.
Standing strong.
Yeah, for sure, man. People are always afraid of the record labels. You know what I mean? They're always like, yo, but we don't make the music, you know. I make the music, you know what I'm saying? From time if you come to me, it's not one of them things where it's like, I'm just trying to think. I've been very lucky that I've got to do what I want. And still make money and still be successful in other arenas as well. But still stay true to what I like doing. So
Is that, what do you mean other arenas?
Like more popular, like for example, whatever, Jules Holland,
Okay, yeah.
BBC 4 TV and all these different, whatever, BBC 4, Channel 4, whatever, you know, they have them TV shows, music, where it's mainly pop artists that go on there. But also, why I say I've been lucky is that I've got to bring into them type of things there.
Okay.
That's really cool. You've collaborated with a lot of the UK, I've seen you around them.
Yeah,
a lot of the UK.
I don't collaborate.
Yeah. I've noticed that because I was gonna get to that because on your first album you didn't. I listened to it and there was no collaborations on there. Was that a conscious decision?
What's the name of this first album?
Man
Like I.
Man Like I.
On that kind. But like on there was no collaborations.
Yeah.
What happened there? What was going on?
Why
Was
was
that a
that not
conscious decision not to
Yeah,
collaborate?
because it was like, this is me. I ain't jumping on no one's shoulders, this is me. And it's like, I've got a voice right now, and it's not like I'm coming into a situation where I'm looking for tracks. I had the tracks written, done, they were all written. I played them for years by myself on the guitar, do you know what I'm saying? And then it was just a case of putting things on top of it. There wasn't really space for someone to jump in on the second verse because I'd already written it, do you know what I'm saying? It was like the album was done. And I wasn't in a situation where I knew lots of artists to collaborate with.
So would you be doing more collaborate, or would you be doing any collaboration
For the next album.
on the next album?
I don't know. If the right thing comes, man, I'm real. Some people would say I take my music maybe not too seriously, but I take my music seriously. So it's like, I know if it's going down on wax, it's gonna be there forever. It's not a quick thing for me, you know what I mean? That's why it's taken me 2-3 years for this next album. I don't just
Cause you have a, yeah.
let me jump on here, this man jump on that one, you know what I'm saying? I don't put out rare, I just...
Because that's what you had an album, you had an EP, you brought out an EP.
Yeah.
2010.
Yeah, I did like an acoustic EP just to give people a taste of what was coming. Because due to a lot of my early fans got to know me from just me on my ones with an acoustic guitar. So I thought, let me just do that for the fans then. Didn't really promote it too tough, didn't even put it out on a major label. I just spoke with them, they licensed me back my own songs, if that makes sense. And I put it out on my own label. Yeah, that was cool. We did that, we did it in the last year. End of 2010, that was cool. It was a nice thing. Did a little tour, touched a couple European dates. It was cool.
How's the new album sounding? Have you worked on the tracks?
Sounding good.
The tracks. What's
It's
what
sounding
is
good.
it? Is it this more of the same kind of stuff, or is it
No, it's not at all the same.
what?
It's kind of deep. It's kind of like next level things. You know, it's like a man goes into something. Yeah.
Elaborate on that.
Alright, you know, when a man has a lot of time, as an example, like D'Angelo, right?
Yeah.
When a man has a lot of time between the albums, you find that like all this growth takes place and you get to settle. And you're not just on a quick thing, right, I need to get a hit, I need to rare, okay, cool, I need to do that. It's just time for settle. And then you try and come with something right, second album, you've got to go for broke type of thing. So I'm going, you know, you take all the risks you can, you just do whatever. And you know, I got mad things going on the album where it's like I got, if I just, I don't know, what's a good way to describe it? It's kind of, it's not really an acoustic album.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, there's songs where I'm playing the piano.
Cool.
There's other songs where it's like a ballad thing on the piano. Then there'd be like it's not really on a reggae thing as well. A lot of high life African influences in there.
That's cool.
Them kind of things there. Like, you know the highlight thing where it's like 4 to the 4 thing, and
Yeah.
you got like a nice guitar. Them kind of things there. Alive again. It's a roots album. Roots movie.
So thank you very much. God bless.
Thank you.
Cut. Nervous time.
What's the score? Peace out.
Jeez.
Cool, man.
Thank you very much, man.
You know, man, you smashed it.
That was cool, man.
You got heart, bro.
15 minutes.
I feel like it carried on going, man. You know what's
It's probably be up.
Little man got heart.
Yeah,